spend their time here, searching for the answers to life. But the Tao would say no, you gotta go with the flow. He walks home from youth group in the darkness. His mind's full, but he's mindful. Their words haunt him, a little boy indoctrinated from day one to be free from sin, live in God, and then move on. This life, is it really that unimportant? The quest for meaning was so tough, so he tried to ignore it. The house he grew up in, violent and distressed. Things Freud says civilized people should suppress. But I guess his dad, he didn't read too much. Maybe he would have had the time if he hadn't lost touch with his own pop. With the sound of the gun, he couldn't pass the hours, not even for his own son. The boy's quest for meaning, it flip-flopped again. Old-fashioned morals, live for your family and your friends. After all, what were his siblings gonna do? Hungry faces, homework, and all the rides to and from school. His meaning in life, he knew what he had to do. Give his helpless siblings a life that he never knew. He had to get them all away from the pits they fell into, and then he sold his PS2 just to buy his family food. Ideas, a simple fix is what he needed, so he found God. His quest for meaning had been defeated. Keep my family safe, to himself is what he pleaded, and then he swore upon the Bible even though he couldn't read it. While we're old-fashioned, repackaged, rechanneling our instincts into things that we can manage. They don't know why people turn atheist, reject scripture. It's our life, our voice, we're just trying to make sense of it.
We need to take a step back sometimes and take a look at what gives us meaning in our lives. Is humanity on the right track? Is it truly the age of the superego? Well, from where I'm standing, our unconscious desires, libidinal drives, manifest a little too frequently. People find meaning in drugs, sex, violence, gambling, flying planes into buildings in the name of faith. If we really have an innate moral compass, why are we so eager to ignore it?
Many years passed since the boy's father died. His own siblings and his wife now buried by his side. His meaning in life, it was fragile like a thread, snapped and retied but justified in his own head. This life, why was it so cold to him? It forced him to take the reins back. When he was a kid, he tried, but he couldn't protect the ones that he had loved. Pushed and shoved, his faith remained in the above. His whole life he had tried, but felt scammed. He abided by God's laws, but played victim in his plan. See, he was selfless in his journey, altruistic in his quest. He gave up everything he could, and God's will did the rest. He stepped back. Where have I gone wrong? I've lived a holy life, been good all along. And then he looked up in the mirror, saw himself for the first time, and in the old man's eyes there was a little boy crying. Thoughts, what have I done? I made it through this life, circumventing all the fun. I lived a hollow life, paid no attention to number one, and now this burden on my back has sadly grown to weigh a ton. How can you love others with no love for yourself? How can you find true happiness with your dreams up on a shelf? Why they have no wisdom, and all they have is knowledge. Wisdom comes from more than just sitting through college.
Well, it looks like another wet one, folks. Get your umbrella